Here we go again, guys. Fifth video of the day. I'm slowing down. I managed to get 8 out yesterday. Old age. Oh well, gotta live with it. Why am I making this video? So, something I saw that Working Class Patriot put up. I like Working Class Patriot. I go into their chat room sometimes, not chat room, or their room or wherever it is they got. They just chill out and play music. I wish I had more time to spend there. They play some good stuff. Nice people. Uh, he always posts the latest from Rupert Lowe. Don't even have to bother going over to X. You'll find it on Working Class Patriot. Rupert Lowe MP. A Restore Britain government would immediately release all anonymised data, court transcripts and information relating to the brutal crimes that have been inflicted on British people by those who had no right to be in our country to begin with. We will tell you all the truth. Oh, well, tired as I was and wanting to do other things, I thought it brought back memories of someone a long, long time ago, 2006 to be exact. I'll show you who I mean now. Here, the Fallen List. This site was started in 2005 by a guy known as the Bournemouth Nationalist. Never knew his real name. Anyhow, when I came on the scene in 2006, he asked me, he said he couldn't do it anymore and could I take over? And so I did. I took over. Blog sites then were difficult, not as easy as the ones of today to control and manage, and this was one of the first I'd ever seen. So the formatting of it was a bit difficult. But the title, The Fallen List, recording the deaths of those who have died as a result of multiculturalism. You can see it's been edited here. It was incorporated into the British Resistance, which is, as I knew, I built later on. I was like a one-man army back in the days. I had more energy then. But let's just have a look, is there? So 2005, it says one on the sort of side. All these, yeah. Because of the way it was originally created, there would only be sort of one file for lots and lots of people. Who's this? Abigail Crane. How did she die? Oh, knocked down just when the Lavender Singh killed her. Oh, driver failed to stop. Kimberley. Fight broke out. Yeah, incident. Dangerous driving, that one. Yeah. But there's all sorts of deaths in here. People who'd be alive if they hadn't tangled with someone, or not tangled, interacted with someone who should perhaps never have been in our country. Yeah. So I took over in 2006. Get into grips then 2007. This took me hours and hours and hours. Vague memories. Just going away at it. Stabbed a man at the city bus stop. All these young people dead. Row about a ripped jacket. Don't know who killed these. Shot 3 men dead using knives. Stacy. Sexual assault and the murder of a woman 8 days after he was released on bail. There's the killer. Oh, 2010, 2012, civil war going on in the British National Party. 2012, Rebecca Kane, asylum seeker. Oh, that's it and run. illegal immigrant, drink driver, illegal immigrant, could not be deported, stabbed to death, Turkish guy, yeah. Oh, then I went on to create these other sites. Some of you may have seen them. There are literally hundreds of names in these files. Hundreds. I don't know how many each file contains. Let's have a look at 2008, shall we? PC John Henry. Oops. Who killed him? Attempted murder of a window cleaner. Ben Kinsella. Drink driver. Imran Hussain. Robert Knox. Mobile phone theft. Green Arrow 2008. Hundreds. Occasionally, later on, when I set up, originally I never accepted money from anyone, but eventually when I opened proper websites, 2 websites, I had to pay for music licenses, stuff like that, and I was raising money for lots of different things, different branches, and so then people would send donations. But I never really sort of solicited donations. I would say, look, I need money to pay for this, that. And I had a policy, even though I didn't have to, and I wasn't any longer a member of the BNP, because I'd resigned, so I could be not blamed. The BNP couldn't be, I don't know, I couldn't tarnish their name. I was more outspoken back in those days. I'd take accounts to the regional organizer for the BNP on a spreadsheet, show him if I'd had any money in and what I'd spent it on. I should imagine there's people out there today who wouldn't like that. Right. That's the kind of thing I used to do back in the day when I had a bit of energy. I could work on longer and harder. Anyhow, let's there was something I wanted to show you. Yeah, let's go here. That's Andrew Bronze, BNP MEP. I interviewed him in a Pal Talk room. We had Pal Talk rooms, yeah? And I tell you what made me think of this. It was something Paul Thorpe said the other day about those people who join. He says he gives them a place to meet and talk amongst friends. When was this video made? 2011. Yeah, we were doing that then for free. Yeah, and we were interviewing people then. Yeah, I managed in the end to find someone with a good speaking voice. Yeah, I've never really been comfortable doing this kind of stuff, and we had a great guy, ITP or something his name was. I forget. But this is the kind of thing we went. XRW500X was a guy called Bertie Burt. He's dead now, sadly. I went to his funeral. A real patriot. I can hear him now. Wow. He was from the south. Devon or Cornwall. Yeah. Wow, Green Arrow. Here we go. Let's have a listen to what that early stuff sang. That was the badges that I had made, and the name of the website was The British Resistance. Sometimes you'll see me wearing my old badge.
This is a jolly, but in fact...
Good evening, Mr. Bronze. Welcome to our Pal Talk room. It's nice to speak to you again. It looks as though I'll be talking to you this evening. TFI, the person who was scheduled to do it, seems to be absent from place of duty. Just remember after you finished speaking, Mr. Bronze, to release the button on your key. So first of all, welcome to the room, home of the British Resistance. supporting British nationalism, and a little bit unsure at this moment in time in which direction to go, Mr. Bronze. So welcome to the room. What have you been up to lately, please, sir?
I'm back from Croatia. I went over on Sunday. I'm sure the Sunday Telegraph would describe this as a jolly, but in fact it was out there to try to persuade the Croats not to join the EU, because if we can get that unraveling, you know, if they had a defeat there, it'll set their whole project unraveling, so it'll save our independence in the long term.
Well, that is a noble cause, Mr. Bronze, but at this moment in time I think there's a lot of British nationalists thinking, well, it's all very well our people looking after Europe and looking to the future of Europe, but at this moment in time British nationalism needs some firm leadership in this country. You know, Mr. Bronze, I've got a funny feeling that you being in this room this evening isn't just an accident. You've obviously guessed the kind of questions you're going to be asked and stuff like that, and I just wondered if there was anything you'd like to say first.
Right. I think, sorry, I'm getting instructions as to how to use it, and I think I've got it right. I'd rather hear any questions. I don't see things entirely in black and white. If I can just state a beginning position, one of the things that's often been said about me is that I've been sitting on the fence. If that means that I've avoided taking part in a civil war that I didn't think should have taken place in the first place, you know, within our party, then I'm proud to sit on the fence. But
Okay, guys, what he said there is interesting. At that time, the British resistance was getting attacked by those trying to depose the chairman, Nick Griffin. And I mean, I was getting really attacked, yeah. I didn't cut and run and go to Spain. I stayed, fought my corner with the support of the Green Arrows, yeah. And we never folded. We fought to the last. And yeah, I was always disappointed in Andrew Bronze for not standing up for the support that we'd given him over the years. Yeah, he just did sit on the fence. Anyhow, enough of that. The Pal Talk room was really, really great. Like, we had a music license, not that we'd have bothered with it, for an app that we created, yeah, for the mobile phones that could handle apps back then. And we'd get together in the evening, usually about 20, 30 of us, and just sit and chat amongst ourselves, play our favourite music and talk about tactics and campaigns. It was good. I miss the Green Arrows. Some of them are still out there. I think there was only about 12 Green Arrows awarded. Okay, guys, thought you might just like to see that, and this will be the final video of the day. I better go and talk to Miley. She's just sitting there looking at me. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. I wonder what tomorrow will bring, guys.